Hey, it's Amulet from Difference in Skill, and I'm back with, this time we're gonna do the most OP deck ever. Liberators. Alfred? So for the starter, I use Messenger, because, basically Wingo Liberator sucks. Like, because it takes Blaster Blade out of the soul, but I mean, if you don't ride your Blaster Blade, he becomes a vanilla 5k booster for the rest of the game. Which honestly with Alfred isn't really a big problem because, you know, Alfred hits like big ass number anyway. But let's say we're greedy, we want to do more pluses, we play Messenger. So sorry, big threes because I already showed it anyway. So 4, Return of King of Night Alfred, which he is now a gold member, so we use yellow sleeves. Golden Cape. They should give him a second sword to show how OP he is.
Become Jada.
Okay, so if you guys don't know what this do, he is basically old Alfred, except you can boost him now when he's at Limit Break 4. Okay, second of all, his effect is, he has Act effect, so you can actually do this right away without Limit Break 4. You can flip 2, and you now do the Azel effect. So basically, you can top deck a unit, and if it's a GP, basically call it out on the field. He does not gain the power boost, but I mean, when he's Limit Break 4, he's like really big numbers anyway, and he's also 11k base. He is very broken. If you play a long game with this deck, you're gonna lose against him because once you run out of perfect cards, he's gonna eat so many cards out of your hand that basically you'll lose extremely fast if the game continues any longer. But yeah, he's broken. 3 Liberator against a lot. This is probably one of like the better break rides out there. When you ride over him, when you activate his break ride ability, you gain he basically gives a Soul Savior ability to 3 units, so 5k to 3 units, and also a 10k unit to 10k to your Vanguard. So very good ride break ability. Probably one of the more noticeable ride break effects that can actually end games right away, or end games if your opponent has 4 damage or something like that, and you pull a ride break, they're most likely to lose, especially with Alfred out, and if you don't have perfect cards, because even if you deal with Alfred, you still gotta deal with 2 more really large attacks, especially with cards in this deck. Numbers tend to be really godlike, really godlike. Yeah, they should really give him 2 swords. But once again, just play 3 ride breaks because I feel like if you play 4 is fine actually, but like if you play too many ride breaks, like you shouldn't depend too much on the ride break. Like if I get to choose between riding which one first, I would still ride Alfred first because Alfred will probably win me the game more often than the ride break. Because of course I probably state this before, when you do a ride break effect, it's fairly vanilla, so like you don't have as much synergy. You lose a lot of synergy when you do the ride break unit first because they're really just vanillas. So most of the time Alfred actually tends to be better, or any of the other cards for clans. Even not Spike Burner. Spike Burner is probably one of those ride break units that actually like end the game right away. So for level 2s, we play 2 Blaster Blade Liberator, and basically he's same old Blaster Blade, and he retires a unit, except now he can only retire front rows because they nerfed him down, because Bushido realized that back row retiring is retardedly good. And you also have to flip cards. Oh, okay, this one doesn't retire it, but your Vanguard has to be a Liberator, which is everything, right? Everything's a Liberator in this deck. Alfred does require you to flip Liberators as the cost, but not really a big problem because everything's a Liberator in this deck. 4 G. Jedi Master Galatine with a lightsaber now. So very cool. Lightsabers. And yeah, there shouldn't be too much explanation as why you need 10Ks, but they're always good, basically. Helps you in early game, late game, anywhere. 3 of the 12k beat stick, or the 12k attackers for Liberators. And basically, when your Vanguard's the Liberator, he gains 3k, becoming a 12k. So, cross rides, easy game. You got 12ks now. And tons of 10ks, and Alfred hits big numbers. Yep. 3 of, this is basically, Holly Bolt Vivian, except he became a man and looks gayer, but has a better ability because he became a man. Not trying to be sexist or anything, but noticeably a lot of cards in Vanguard are dominantly male, and they're better when they're male somehow. Once again, I like Vivian more, but like, I'm just saying, so basically, Vivian needed a booster and hit the Vanguard to top deck something. Well, this one doesn't need a booster anymore. You just hit the Vanguard, you top deck something. Of course, you still need Counter Boss 1, and it is a Liberator cost, but not a big problem, right? Four perfect guards, Hail Shield Liberators, and actually I like this. It looks a lot better than the original one, I think. Like, it looks pretty cool, like fairly cool, and I'll always play 4 now, because, you know, if you ever mirror match, if you don't have perfect guards, you'll die. Play 4 Liberator Marin, and basically this is your 10k, grade 1 attacker thing, when you have a Liberator as a Vanguard, and these things are very OP nowadays, because in early game you can rush a hell of a lot of damage, and basically in this kind of format you really want to kill your opponent as fast as possible before stuff happens. You don't want to give them the time and synergy to really think. Because if you play slow game, as course, let's say if you're playing someone with this, bad things are going to happen if you play long game. So better kill them while they're still 10k and not 11ks. 3 Liberator Lu, and he's basically a 10k booster and has a very easy condition. Basically, when you have 3 other Liberators, you can out boost 10k on your Vanguard, which is really easy to do. And I would actually play less because Alfred doesn't actually really necessarily need a 10k boost, because he does gain 2k for every Liberators, and additionally you can boost him, so he's always hitting like 25, 26 really easily. So I feel like it's really kind of unnecessary to actually go through the trouble of playing 10ks, but I would play some 8ks because of cross rides, and even your 10k units still need like an 8k booster to actually hit 18, so yeah. 4 and once again, 4 Liberator, I like to call this Liberator Dindrain, and of course it became a man, so obviously it's automatically better now, because, you know, girls can't be good cards in this game, which is sad. And basically what this is it's a 7k Dindrain, and if you didn't know, Dindrain was a good card, and 6k used to be already a very good number for Dindrain, but now Bushiroad say we gotta make it even better, gotta go 7k. And basically, so what's the Liberator, you draw 1, and this is kind of the sole reason why we play Messenger, because we try to be greedy and +2 and everything. And obviously Messenger generally just gives you a better card in back in general. Like compared to Wingo Brave, or Wingo Liberator, Wingo Gold, Wingo, I don't care. Not a good card. Yeah, Messenger. So 4 triggers, of course you've seen 4 criticals, and for the first time in my life I realized Epona was... I don't know if this is right or wrong, but I'm being told that this is a girl, and this actually shocks me, because I always thought Epona was a guy. Could still be a guy with long hair, technically, but it's a girl apparently, I've been told otherwise. Let me find the other 4 criticals, which are...
Probably too good to be a girl.
Yeah, probably, because, you know, it's Gold Paladins, gotta be a guy. 4 critical triggers, I don't know his name, and I don't really want to know his name, because I don't like his appearance. I think he's the critical trigger from, like, the last Gold Paladins, but became a Liberator now, and kind of looks bad. For draw trigger, and this is normally the same draw trigger as before, but as a Liberator, pretty standard. And like, this is probably the only happy thing I found out from like Liberators is the heal trigger became chicks. Or unless that's not a girl and I'll be mind fucked again, then better be a girl actually. Better be one. Got boobs. Yeah, anyway, heal triggers, good stuff. Of course you want to look at better stuff than heal trigger instead of the last guy who was like an old man giving you like a potion. Yeah. Not so good, right? Sometimes just better looking heal triggers are good. And yeah, this deck, basically this deck has a lot of fast energy. It's like old Paladins, but better. Like, because you can actually do this right when you come out, so it's better than Azo, and he's 11k. So he's still top deck. Basically the deck loses all search functions. Like, you don't have Garmor anymore, but at the same time, because your numbers are so good, you don't really need Garmor anymore because you have everything's at 7k. There really isn't anything that's a 6k beside the perfect guard and the 10k booster, and you have 12ks and everything. So basically, it's really easy for this deck to hit good numbers, especially when all your Vanguards are 11k material now, and like the break rides basically gains 2k when they attack. So yeah, numbers aren't really a big problem anyway. It's what I would like to call like the end of cross rides, but I'll talk about that in a different video. And this is basically the Liberator deck, and it's OP if you guys want to play Vanguard. It's probably good to grab one of these. Like I'm not saying that the traditional Paladins are dead. Like there's still life in them, but like you still use Galmor and everything. But I mean, it seems to me that Alfred just does a better job in a way. Galmor is still actually pretty consistent, like, because the search, just being able to search for things is like a really good benefit, and because there's Blaster Blade Spirits and everything, you can always play Galmor. But because everything's kind of getting the 12k treatment, having a 10k Vanguard, you actually get bullied pretty hard, especially because there's these guys now. Like, these guys can come and smash you in the face when you're a 10k Vanguard, and you really want to kind of put a stop to that one. Especially when they're like really wide distributed to like everything. But yeah, so that's the Liberator video, and yeah, this is OP stuff, and it's also very expensive. Well, this card's very expensive. Everything else is kind of the average price. Well, that's all for Liberators.